The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Darius Geis, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. It's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They're going to look to throw. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great effort there from 4 yards out. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll toss it to Breida. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flush to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Garner. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Here's Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there from 17 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field.
Watching now, Barney!
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Back to throw here. Being chased out left. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop the throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong. Way, losing yardage back at the 42. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. This is Breida. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
It's a quarterback sneak, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side, able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gone! All right, now look at 56. Look at.
Now this time he'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that's caught inside the 30. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. And a huge play that time. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Extra point good by Gostkowski, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 15 yards there on the catch and run. They run with Breida, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now it's Breida. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Piron, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So we've reached... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And now back out comes the offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Past the 20. Over the middle, complete. It's Schwartz. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. Well, that was an intriguing call. You got a chip shot field goal, tight game, why not just take the 3?
I know that not all the old rules apply in today's NFL, and in fact, I'd love to have an analytics coach here with us right now to say why that was probably a good play. I don't know if the analytics coach would have said that. That seemed like a bad play. Take the points there and move on.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept their minute by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, lock it 56. Lock it.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Gone!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Jones has it over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Darius Geis taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he rifles one incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfired.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. It's caught. Jones. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing this. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Darius Geis, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And that will be incomplete as well. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and throw for it here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. You don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll drop to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Well, fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hot.
They'll run it with Jones. They get 6 yards going for it on fourth, and now it's first and goal.
Brandon, this is why play callers get the big bucks. This wasn't a 4th and inches call. You get into situations like 4th and 3, 4th and 4, you've got a tough decision to make. Very gutsy play here, and they pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And this offense continues to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. No, check that. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. On the left side, this is Stills. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that team put 70. I actually saw that happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
The left side completion to Jones. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Watch it now, Barney.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're set up to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight end right. All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Looking to throw. Going deep here for Stills. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Gone!
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I know old school coaches used to just cringe when their quarterbacks weren't in the pocket throwing the ball. Whenever they were outside of it, you could just see them losing their mind on the sidelines. Nowadays, a lot of them like that. Defenses often get confused when
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Back 99, Philly, here we go. Gone.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Going for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Detroit!
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The point after try for Gostkowski. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now P-Ryan. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Now, Barney.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sims. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Gun!
Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll set up a throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. This is caught. Partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one.